What is up, you guys? Gamer Live Studio here, back at it with another off the top video where I discuss all of the gaming news and topics with my own thoughts and opinions. So if you do enjoy this video, make sure you like, share, comment, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And without further ado, let's get started with the video itself. Just real quick, I just want to let people know, like, yep, I pretty much been upgrading the channel a little bit. The new channel art, I'm gonna be fixing this. It's still locked at 30, unfortunately, but this is right now just a placeholder. When I do get a 60 FPS for it, it should be looking pretty well done. So just hang tight. It's gonna happen. So just letting you guys know. So let's start off with the first news topic right here, which is Bloodborne movie is officially in the works, and it's not other than Jacksepticeye is going to be in charge of it. Now, if you don't know who Jacksepticeye is basically one of those YouTubers that done like basically does like content like doing like let's play videos and stuff like that. I haven't really touch base on Jacksepticeye at all. I'm more of a Markiplier. Markiplier, I subscribe to his channel and I watch his content than Jacksepticeye. But Jacksepticeye is going to be the lead charge into this Bloodborne anime type movie. Now, does this sound great on paper? Yes, but I know, like, again, we had this discussion with me and my brother at the job, like, we can get what we can get, but unfortunately I know for a fact that a lot of the PlayStation gamers out there and the community over there are pretty upset about that, because it's like, yo, what the fuck, like, hello, like, why you're not giving us a remaster of Bloodborne, right? And then we found out that, oh, it's because they don't want it to touch it and all this bullshit and stuff, but they still saying, oh, we'll just throw them a movie and stuff. I mean, hey, you can get what you can get. There's a few things that I'm kind of worried and stuff like that about this, is because of the fact that again, a Bloodborne anime movie sounds great on paper, but for Jacksepticeye to be like in charge of it, as well as I think there was some other partners to it. Now, personally for me, I'm like, I don't know why it's okay. Bloodborne, okay, let's just break this down. Bloodborne anime type of movie sounds great. I think that's good. That's a positive right there. The only thing that I'm concerned is like, why Jacksepticeye? And we all know that Sony has like what, Crunchyroll and stuff like that. They own some of the anime type of stuff. So I'm like, well, why, if Sony has money, then why go with Jacksepticeye? They could easily go into a number of different directions. The first idea I was thinking about a Bloodborne movie would be like, if Sony doesn't really have the money like that to get somebody properly on board, I don't know why Sony can't just partner up with like Netflix and have Netflix, and I think one of the designer or director who did the what was that, Castlevania anime, I don't know if you ever seen the Castlevania anime from Netflix, but if you have seen it, right, or heard about it or watched it, like that looks really, really good. It's Castlevania, for crying out loud, and I'm like, hey, whoever did Castlevania for that anime series, like Bloodborne can easily like fit the bill right then and there. And if Sony and Netflix has a good partnership, it could lead to some even more fantastic stuff coming down the road, right? We could get a Twisted Metal anime, right? We could get something like that. Again, those are positive, but the only thing I'm a little bit concerned is like, why Jacksepticeye? I don't understand why. Like again, Sony has so much resources and stuff, and again, they own Crunchyroll and they got Funimation. They kind of formed together. Sony got that underneath their belt. So I'm like, even you got like like some stuff that's going on. Like, you know, I could think of again, you know, well, that I think that's partnered with whatchamacallit, High Dive, but shit, even Eminous Shadow, that anime series, if you ever heard of it, that one could fit the bill for a Bloodborne type of movie. That anime looking style, or that type of art style, that would have been great. But it's just like I don't know, it's just like this sounds pretty worrisome, but we'll see what happens. But hey, is in the works for it. Jacksepticeye is in charge of it, so we have to wait and see. But unfortunately, this is where it's like, okay, for the gamers, they're like, wait a minute, you're doing this, but yet you have shut down Bluepoint, right? You shut down Bluepoint Studios, and then you shut down, you know, we're not gonna get like a remaster or whatever, or even just a patch just for the base Bloodborne game. Just put out a patch at least, put out a patch and just like, hey, can you just make it 60 FPS? Even that will be more than enough and for people to go out and buy it. But they haven't even done that. But they shut down studios, they shut down this, and then they purchase right here. This is like another news story right here, which is like, Sony stocks. Sony division acquires AI vision specialist Cinema Labs, which does these like really cool stuff, and I guess like is another like an AI thing. I don't know how else well I can really explain it, but it's just like, again, we sitting there saying like both sides of the thing, like, well, Xbox has AI stuff, is bad and blah 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 blah, but we don't hear anything about Sony when they acquire AI stuff and they're gonna make their games and more AI visually realistic. So if you haven't heard of it or seen it, let me just see if we can look it up real quick, because I know I should have this like ready to go, but I figured we should just like look it up ourselves and go right there. It was this one, Cinelabs. So basically is this right here. So this is what Sony hires for, Cineverse AI transfer single photo shots into a volumetric 3D immersive experience. So again, they're going to be putting it into video games as well as their PlayStation 6 coming up. So be prepared, we're going to still get more AI stuff. And I'm telling you, it's not just Xbox and whatever. I'm telling you, there's in the background, PlayStation is looking at that too, and they're purchasing AI as well. Don't be surprised that later on, even Nintendo is going to purchase or have some type of AI technology into their Switch 2. Don't be surprised. Or even their next Switch 3 or whatever next console that they're going to have in the future. They're going to have some type of AI involvement and stuff. I don't know if this will... So basically it's like this. They basically going to take a single photo. You can make it a 3D immersive environment. So pretty much games are going to be getting more realistic. It's going to look like that. So yeah, so pretty much this is what they going to do. So yeah, so they got VR videos, 3D immersive experience. So yeah, okay, so there we have it. So we got that right there. So I'm like, okay, well, if they are going, okay, the only positive I can say about this is that if they go to use this, they could have easily just say, well, we already hired this, we can just make a Bloodborne movie out of that, just using the game in assets of the game environment, and let's like maybe put some better details and better stuff, and then let's just use the AI one for Cineverse Labs and let them kind of create that environment and stuff. I don't know. That could be it. But again, bad news for a lot of PlayStation gamers out there, that where, yeah, the one hand you're getting a movie, the other hand that you're not getting like a patch or a remake or a remaster of Bloodborne. And on top of that, they're pretty much shutting down studios, like a whole bunch of gaming studios and stuff, and saying, yep, we're going to be hiring AI stuff, right? The same type of condemning BS that we give to Xbox. Where's that same energy for PlayStation, right? I'm just saying, you know, you gotta stop with the hypocrisy. This is pretty, we can pretty much say it's pretty bad. So AI is here to stay. They're not going anywhere. And don't be surprised if Nintendo will be doing it too. I wouldn't be surprised. So anyway, moving on from that, there was a rumor that got debunked because, like, again, I always tell people, like, please stop listening to these clowns like Marlon, MBG, all of these fucking clowns out here, like, you know, Reforged Gaming, these so-called like PlayStation insiders, these clowns out there always got to make up some type of garbage or BS and add a bunch of shit trying to make it seem like, you know, it's, you know, like they're superior and stuff. So there was a rumor that was going around. MBG was running with it, thinking like, oh, hey, you know, I heard from Reddit and Twitter that PlayStation was about to get a state of play in April in 2026 on April 16th, right? As the time of this recording, that has already been passed. It's right now is on, we're on Sunday, April 19th, the time of this recording. So at the time of this recording, that's already been passed. Yeah, so it been debunked. So basically it was supposed to be that Black Flag was supposed to be there. They're supposed to have a state of play of first party games and third party games. Well, that didn't happen, right? That didn't happen at all. It was just a bunch of phony baloney, bunch of lies. This is why I tell you, you got to be careful on YouTube, man, because YouTube, they love to finesse motherfuckers, yo. They love to get into somebody's feelings and emotions and twist it and try to flamingo them, thinking like, oh yeah, this is actually true, get hype and go waste your fucking money and then, or waste your time, and then you found out that it was all for nothing. Okay, that's why I told you, don't believe in these fucking clowns. Okay, if you want to come and you want some realistic type of things, you can come here to my channel, because I'm just gonna tell it how it is. All right, fuck all the bullshit. I don't make up bullshit like this and go off on Reddit rumors. So yeah, that got debunked. But you know what's funny? What didn't get debunked or wasn't a lie? Oh, Xbox first showcase of Metroid 2039, and it was shown off what time? Oh yeah, it was showed off on April 16th. The day that when a lot of these PlayStation, you know, so-called insider fanboys, these you know, fake gamers, was claiming that, oh yeah, like the, you know, PlayStation State of Play is going to come out on April 16th and all this stuff, blah 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 blah. Well, that got debunked because it seems to me Xbox and their showcase, when they showed off on the first look of this game, oh look, there's the date right there, April 16th 2026. That should have been State of Play. But it's Xbox. Thank you. You know, actually delivering stuff that they are going to deliver, right? So this game was showed off. I watched it. I did a not a live stream, but I did a post live stream. I was there. I got up and I was there. So if you want to check out that video, it's going to be right down here below. You see this right here? Anything that's talking about video games or anything like that, or reviews or reactions, I usually will post it up down here. So if you want to see or check out anything from future or past, and you want to see my reaction on games that was announced or being shown off, I do PlayStations, I do Xbox. Those are the two that I do. So if you want to see that, you know, I do reaction videos on that, and I do talk about it and I cover it on there, so you'll see it post up. So I did the Xbox first look at Metroid 2039. You can go check that out and you can actually see it and watch it, and I'll give out my thoughts towards the end. But to go over it quickly here, when I saw it, it looks absolutely look like next gen. I'm telling you right now, and I went on to their Discord as well, which I have, and I said, look, man, I said Metroid is that game that really defines next generation. Like 4A games in general, that studio really defines next generation gaming, like period. Like, because they haven't missed at all. Every Metroid game that came out has nothing been just, it just gotten better and better and better. I just want to keep playing and playing and playing it, because they tell a more grounded, realistic story and doesn't have these, like, you know, bullshit. Like even they tell some darker theme tones, like really dark theme tones that really will hit you from the heart. When I saw this, and we're gonna have children involved in this, and is going to be very, very emotional. It's definitely going to be a journey. Is going to feel definitely very emotional and very hard, and those choices really is going to matter at the end of the game. You know, it really does matter. And that's what I always like about Metroid games, because they always tell a grounded, more realistic style storytelling, first person shooter. Graphics looks like graphics that I think, like, I think even Marlon, right? I know, like, you know, the fake ass gamer, he was looking at this game and he was basically crying, because he's like, bro, why we don't got games like this looking this good on PlayStation? I wonder why. I don't know, because they keep shutting down studios and they're not investing in their money into studios that should be making AAA games or AA games. But, you know, they want to make, you know, games that people don't give a fuck about. But hey, Xbox, they know how to deliver games, because guess what? They're giving me showcases like, here's a game, here's the first look, this is what you want. And I'm like, yes, this is what I want. I'm tired of these, like, games that are like either is boring, is generic, or we seen it from last gen. Like, it's time to give me new games and new experience and go even deeper. And which, again, they showed in this show, this showcase, they really did show, like, man, if you thought Exodus was something, this is going to be in a whole nother level. This is going to be another fucking level. It's crazy. The amount of details in the environment, the graphics, the monsters looks even fucking more terrifying. We're playing as even a new protagonist in this one, surprisingly. So we're not going to play as Artyom from the last Exodus. I think that makes sense, because that Artyom story arc from Metroid 2033, and then going from Last Lights and then heading into Exodus, Artyom's story is pretty much already done and wrapped up. He's saying, nah, man, I'm getting the fuck out of here. I'm raising my kids somewhere else. I'm going to find a promised land, you know. This one, however, is we're going to play as a new protagonist going, and he's basically was out, but he's basically needs to come back in for a reason. I don't know, whatever that reason is. But he's coming back, and he said, and he swore by, like, I will never come back here, but he's coming back here, which is crazy. But I think the villain this time around is going to be from the first game, which is Hunter. So, which is crazy. So Hunter probably was on this long journey and stuff, and then he came back, and now the factions that used to break up, now they're under like one faction now. And there could be some other people in here resisting against that and stuff. So it's going to get really crazy. But again, the details in these environments, it looks insane, man. It looks, oh my God. The details is this is what, like, again, this is what I'm talking about. Like, if you're going to charge more for games, like, games are getting more and more expensive, right? We're getting towards like $70-$80 price games. Look, man, if you're gonna charge me that much, I need a game that looks like this, like detail environments, lighting, this, that. I don't want to play a free-to-play garbage ass game. I don't want to play a mediocre slot game that's like, you know, that looked like it cost like $30 to make, and then it took that much time, but yet you're charging me $70 for a game that really, it doesn't make any sense. Like, if you're gonna charge me $70-$80, you got to give me a game that looks like a $70 to $80 game. This right here, shit, this almost looks like a damn near $100 game. this game looks like $100 game easily. The environment, clothes, details, the ground texture, the details. Like, look, they got rats right there, you got a broken chair right there, tables and stuff, all this shit. Like, what? Shit looks crazy good. Look at this. You got even a German Shepherd chilling right there, bro. We got a German Shepherd, we got a dog. Damn, man. Like, I'm telling you, like, and I'm not just saying about PlayStation, I'm just saying across the board, Nintendo, PlayStation, and Xbox needs to start taking some notes and saying, look, if you're gonna charge people $70 to $80 games, we need something that look like this. That looks like it's well worth my money. This shit looks so good, so well done. Like, oh my god, I can just talk about this game for at least 20 minutes or so. But to wrap this up, again, it looks really good. And this was done during the Ukraine war and stuff like that, so they have bombings and shit going on, and they were still able to manage to play this game. They had to relocate, do this, do that, and I'm just glad that they're gonna get this game to be down to the finish line. It's almost done, and they're working on it. So I'm very, very glad. I'm very happy that this game is going to come out, and hopefully pre-orders will be out soon. Hopefully maybe towards September or something. If pre-orders can come up, I'll definitely pre-order. Even if they announce this game and they put out the pre-order, I'll still get the $100 edition. I don't care. I'm still getting it. I'm still getting the $120 edition. I'm getting it because, like, a game that looks this fucking good, you earn my money. You earn it because this looks amazing. This looks absolutely incredible. And again, shout out to Xbox. Thank you for delivering games that gamers want to play. And trust me, I'm not the only one. PlayStation gamers want to play this game too, as well as PC gamers. This shit looks good. This shit looks like you can show off and say, here's the power of the PlayStation 5 Pro. None of their first party titles can even show that. Like, this right here, this game, this is a third party game. This can show the power of the PlayStation 5 Pro easily. This one can't. This looks like it blew every single first party game from PlayStation out the water. It's ridiculous. They need to step up their game. But what about Xbox? Xbox already has Hellblade, and that shit looks really good too. Well, yeah, but look, I understand the gameplay may not be for you, but understand this. We're talking about comparing to like graphics to graphics here. When you see a game that looks that good on Hellblade 2, that shit looks really fucking good. And we're seeing Metroid looking fucking insane? What? Man, this shit looks insane. The visuals look insane. You know what I'm saying? And I think they showed off at the end. Like, hold on, let me see if we can blow this up. Look at this, man. This looks crazy good. This looks crazy good. This looks insanely good. Oh my god. Shout out to Xbox. Thank you for giving us a showcase that really does matter. Thank you. And giving us a game that, bro, I'm so excited to play this game, bro. I can care less about GTA 6. GTA 6 can go bye-bye for me. I'm eating good. I'm good. Shit, I'm eating so good. So let's move on to the game that the thing that I was mentioning before, how again PlayStation is putting out games that nobody wants to play or care about, which is Fairgame. Is a free-to-play game extraction shooter, and it's not dead yet. Well, it's going to be dead. Trust me. If that shit drop, I wouldn't be surprised. It might be, maybe, I will say like this. I will say maybe 10,000 people might pick it up. I'm being generous. Maybe 10,000 people might pick it up. Maybe 20, maybe 30. but I guarantee you ain't gonna see no a million players or even 500 million players, 500 players are gonna be picking up this game or playing this extraction shooter called Fairgames. Nah. Look, I think people are just ready for this game to be dead. I think we only seen it one time back in like 2022 or something like that, 23 or something like that. Like, it's been such a long time. It's like come on, like this game just needs to die already. Just let's, like, Sony, just pull the plug. It's done. Just let that shit to die. I heard Marathon ain't doing so well either in terms of their player count numbers. It's going down. I mean, yeah, it's obvious. I mean, we got all these great, wonderful games that came out, which I'm going to be talking about towards the end, but got all these games releasing, coming out, and it's just like, I think a lot of people are waking up. I think a lot of people are shifting now between, now it's all about online multiplayer games. Now they're like shifting away back, like a lot of people or gamers are shifting back, and they're heading towards more single player game experience or open world game experience, like Crimson Desert, like a game that is a long game to play, but again is a fun game to play, and it's a long experience. And if you're paying like $70 for that game is going to last you 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 weeks, up to maybe like 6 months or a year. That game is not something that you're going to beat in one sitting or one day or 1 week. Like, no, a lot of people hasn't even gotten out of the first town of Crimson Desert because there's so much shit to do just around in that one town to do. Puzzle solving, upgrading equipment, fighting monsters, and doing stuff. Once they got all of those stuff done and they feel powerful enough, then they can venture off into a different direction, whether it's the snowy peak of a mountain, the desert, another town. Like, it's gonna be even more tougher enemies, tougher monster fights. So again, this is one of those action adventure games where you take your time to really enjoy the game, gameplay mechanics, and have the experience, and then level up. That's just Crimson Desert by itself. But Fairgames right here is like, here's this free-to-play game, an extraction shooter. Yeah, come play our game. We don't like, again, these free-to-play games are a trap because we don't like, again, and I think a lot of people, a lot of gamers are waking up and saying, wait a minute, if I'm playing this free-to-play garbage and this is not even established, so if I'm putting in money like skins, like $20 skins, and then they shut down the server, well, guess what? You're not going to get refunded for that $20 skin. You're not going to get that shit back. And it's not only just Fairgames, but surprisingly there's other games too that are kind of like dipping down numbers. Like, again, we're seeing it starting to dip down from Arc Raiders to even Epic Games with Fortnite. That's starting to dip down numbers as well. So I think a lot of the people are shifting gears and really going after more single player title games that's going to last them a little bit while they can play by themselves. They don't have to worry about gotta drop microtransaction. I gotta drop a $20 skin, and then that game is not, got shut down. I'm not going to get a refund from it, or they get shut down and that's it. Even First Descendant has issues too. So a lot of these free-to-play games and online multiplayer games, I think a lot of gamers are switching gears to single-player game aspects, and they're starting to see like, wow, this is a lot of fun, and this is, and I guess the taste is that Crimson Desert. That Crimson Desert made them realize, like, man, this is a single-player game, but yet it almost feels like just as much as a full price MMO game, or are paying a monthly subscription for an MMO game, and they put it into a Crimson Desert game. Like, I can just do this, do that, do this, and there's like so much shit to do in the game that you can be locked in for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hours of playing it, and or 2-3 hours of playing it. Like, it's crazy. So yeah, I don't know about what Sony's doing and their live service stuff, and they've been failing and stuff, right? Shutting down constant studios and stuff like that. And again, Marathon ain't doing so hot as well. why is this game existing? They should just cancel it. That's just personally my opinion, but hey, it's not dead yet, but I'm pretty sure when it does come out, it will be dead. Trust me, I don't think Arc Raiders is going to be jumping all over this like, yeah, gotta play this game, we gotta play Fairgames. Like, nah. Nobody ain't doing that shit. Not even me, buddy. Not even me. Nope. All right, moving on to Starfield. What's been going on with Starfield? Well, Starfield released their DLC. Now, currently, right now, I'm going to be restarting my character and playing Starfield again, but using the creation mods for it. So I'm working on that because I gotta put the creation mods back in order and stuff. But I'm going to be playing on there on PC on Steam. I'm going to take a break from MO, using MO2, because MO2 right now with mods, they still need to update and fix some stuff. So I'm going to have to wait on that. But in the meantime, I'll be doing that. But so far, I did played a little bit of the Terramata DLC, and it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. I like what I see. Again, I like Starfield more than anything. There's no secret. I like Starfield more than Fallout 4. Okay, I'm not a Fallout 4 fan because the reason why is because I already have games like Fallout 4. Like, again, we got Metroid Exodus 2039, and then we also have Stalker 2. So with that being said, I already have my Fallout fix. I'm not saying Fallout is a bad game. It's a game that where I don't mind playing it, but I'm not like shooting for the moon for it and just diving in and just playing it over and over again. So there's that. That's just me. Okay, I'm not speaking on behalf of anybody. I'm just speaking for myself here. But yeah, Starfield and the DLC, I played it. It was a lot of fun. Like, again, I did the first part of the mission. I haven't gotten to Anchor Point. So hopefully I'm going to spend some time just playing it. I'm not going to do any recording. I still got Starfield gameplay videos I could post up, which I will do some of that and then probably post up some of the new stuff later. So, but I'm going to be switching gears. I might be going back and playing some Stalker 2, getting that DLC ready to go and playing on that. So I haven't even beat Stalker 2. I'm still playing it. So I'm just taking my time with it. So yeah, so there's that. So yeah, Starfield is running into some serious problems and crashes on PlayStation. No surprise there because it released it on the PS5. Again, Bethesda and PlayStation have a really bad history. It was never good in the first place. Now, what I heard that some of the problems, like some of the real issues, is coming from the PS5 Pro in terms of the enhanced features. Now, again, the PS5 Pro software enhanced features cause real issues and problems. This is not the first game that has issues and problems with like, again, with, particularly with Bethesda games titles, but they also had issues with, again, with fucking whatchamacallit, what was that game? Silent Hill 2. When that dropped, and then the PS5 Pro with the Pro enhanced features made that game look even fucking worse. It looks like shit. It looked like a smeary, fucking blurry ass shit on the screen. It was that bad. It was so bad that the developers, the devs who did the remake for Silent Hill 2 remake, they had to go in and unpatch the fucking Pro enhanced features out of there so that shit can work perfectly fucking fine, which is crazy. But that's that. And there's plenty of other games as well that has issues with Pro enhanced. Even Silent Hill F had Pro enhanced features and problems with that game as well. Another Silent Hill title. So again, I wouldn't say this is because I think a lot of people are saying, oh, this is like a Bethesda issue. They always have bugs and issues and problems. No, for the Pro enhanced features from PlayStation 5 Pro is a PlayStation problem. That's a Sony's problem. They need to fix it. Because if you're going to put in a feature or anything, it should able to work across the fucking board, right? For example, I made a comment on somebody else's channel because they was talking about it. And I said, look, we didn't have no issues on Xbox on the Xbox Series X console when it comes down to like features like, again, like quick resume. Like when you shut down one game on quick resume, like not shutting it down completely, but you're putting it on rest mode, and then you can boot up another game, and then you could play that game and then put that into quick resume, like put it down to rest mode, and then you could pick back up playing from the last game that you played. So if you say, oh, I was playing NBA 2K and I put it on quick resume, I want to play Starfield, and then when I'm done with Starfield, I can, you know, exit it out on quick resume, put that down, and I could just jump right back into NBA 2K without having to load it up from the beginning of the screen and all that stuff. I could just pick up where I left off at NBA 2K. That's a good feature and all. And even if it was messed up, it's not that hard to just close down the game completely and just reboot it from the beginning. But it doesn't mess up like, oh, it messed up the game, it started crashing and stuttering and stuff. No, it's really easy to fix that problem on the Xbox side with quick resume. But then when you got pro enhanced features like, oh, it got PSSR, it does this, it does that, then when they turn it on and use it, it just causes like issues and problems and stuff and crashes. This is why I'm telling you, like, PlayStation has a software problem. They always have. Their hardware is fine. Like, they could build and make a hardware look good, but their software, that's where they need help the most, because their software is straight garbage. All right, straight garbage. So they need to fix that. But everything else in terms of other crashes and issues, that's on Bethesda's side, and they need to fix it and address on that side as well. So they don't really have a good history. This is why I always stay away from Bethesda games from PS5. So it's not even worth it. If I'm gonna tell people, like, if you want to play Starfield, just go get a PC or an Xbox at this point, because the relationship between Bethesda and PlayStation never really have a really strong relationship. And again, even back in the day, back in the past, right, during the course of the PlayStation 3, like way back, like PlayStation 3 with Skyrim with mods, if you ever remember that, like the first creation mods and stuff like that for Skyrim was on the PlayStation 3. What happened there? Well, Xbox 360, they can download, you know, a lot of mods and stuff like that on the 360 using the creation engine. But back on the PlayStation 3 using creation engine with Skyrim, you only had a certain amount of megabytes. Like, you was limited to megabytes. You wasn't even getting like fully gigabyte downloads. You was limited to megabytes, which is even smaller. So like mods that, you know, or mods or stuff like that you wanted to work or do, it couldn't even happen. You couldn't even download it. So it was a really big issue. It was a really big issue, but it is what it is. That's how PlayStation 3 was built back then, and we're seeing it right now where PlayStation 5 putting all these pro enhanced features without testing the software across on multiple different games, making sure that it's stable, it can run better, it can run good, right? It should not have caused any issues or problems, but it ends up causing issue and problems for gamers that has the PS5 Pro, turning that shit on and fucking up. Imagine, again, GTA 6 is going to be coming around the corner. You think, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is why I try to tell people, like, the PS5 Pro is a scam, because if you can't even run like basic games like Silent Hill F, you know, with pro enhanced features without no problems, and Starfield is running into issues, what makes you think GTA 6 is not going to run into issues on the PS5 Pro? I'm pretty sure they're going to run into issues on the PS5 Pro, because, like, again, this is what Sony does. So there's that. So there's a hot fix on the way for Starfield, which it did came, and it fixed and addressed some of the issues for the PS5 Pro users, right? But honestly, I think PlayStation, Sony needs to get off their ass and fix their own shit, for real. It doesn't have to be Bethesda by themselves. They need to fix that shit. So that's out. that's done, that's being addressed on that, so with a hot fix, but it didn't fix everything. There's still issues, and that's where Bethesda is going to have to go in, and there's going to be hot fixes like in the next 2, 3, 4 weeks from now. Well, not from now, but every week they're going to probably put out a patch for the base PS5 and the Pro. They're going to be putting out patches to make sure that the game runs stable, and on top of that, the Terramata DLC release on top of it as well. But even I ran across with issues and other stuff on other platforms as well, so it's not just PS5 users, it's also on Xbox and on PC as well. But the main issue, like a lot of, like I think Bethesda focusing on, is the PS5 and the Pro, because they're having a lot of crashes and stuff like that, a lot of bad issues. So you know how this goes. Every time when they're doing an update, there's always going to be some type of issue. So it is what it is. So there's that. Moving on to here, let's talk about the Starfield numbers right here. How did that do on the thing? So Starfield PS5 launched to mid. The RPG has sold an estimate 140k copies, landing the middle comparing to the recent Xbox publishing PS5 games. So there was a lot of talk, right, about how Starfield, you know, selling 140k, it's bad, it's mediocre, it's blah blah blah, all this bullshit, right? And I said, for 140k, that really doesn't sound that bad at all. And I think like people don't see the bigger picture of this. I see it as like, look, they're just making more money, okay? Like Xbox is just keep making more money. Now, these are not factual numbers, these are estimates, these are like rough numbers, okay? So roughly 140k more or less is right there, right? And then Outer Worlds 2, and then Valve said, oh, you know, it flopped, it failed and stuff. But surprisingly, 54k people still got a Valve. I told you, like, if it was that bad, it would be down towards south of midnight. Like, oh, no PlayStation player going to be playing no Valve. I'm pretty sure there's a fan base over there on the PlayStation side still buying a Valve and still playing that shit. Just like Outer Worlds 2 got 160k. Shit. And then you got Flight Simulator and Ninja Gaiden 4. Man, you know, and Starfield's sitting right here. I still say that's still pretty good, because remember, you have to understand it like this. Like, people are just looking at it like, oh well, that's bad, you know. Like, Xbox is a publisher, they selling games across like all 3 fucking platforms, you know that? Like, they're selling 3 copies of this, all 3 platforms. This is not like where, for example, right, let's just put like an example of, let's say a game, like we know Fairgame is going to be across on multiple platforms, right? But let's just say, hypothetically speaking, let's just say Fairgame was only sold on the PS5, right? And let's say it's not free to play. Let's say they sold it for $40. So $40 for Fairgame, and you can only play this game on the PS5, nowhere else, not PC, not on Xbox, no other platform except for the PS5, not even on the PS4, right? If you look at this game, right, you know about this game, it's going to be a extraction shooter, it's going to be like this. It costs, let's just say hypothetically, it costs $40. That's only selling on one platform. You think it's going to do well? Of course not. Like, is only selling on one fucking platform. What do you expect? Like, you're not going to sell like 20, 30, 40, 50 million copies, right? Forza Horizon 6, when that drops, is going to drop across on all platforms, PlayStation 5 for later. But even so, you can see like, okay, Forza Horizon 6, Xbox is going to buy it, PC gamers is going to buy it, like myself, and PlayStation players are most definitely going to buy it. That's going to sell 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 million copies. That's going to sell. That's going to make a lot of fucking money. Because and on top of that, they're selling across on all 3 platforms, not on just one platform like PS5, right? I don't know if you heard, but remember when Stellar Blade was launched on PS5 only exclusive? That only sold 1 million copies. And then when they put it on PC, they sold another 1 million copies. And then Shift Up came out and made a statement saying, hey, our next game or our next sequel is going to be multi-platform. Because you know why? Because guess what? They was short out of 1 million copies. They could have sold even more. If it was on Xbox, they could have sold 3 million copies or 4 million copies. But since they chose the PlayStation 5 exclusive deal route, they lost money. They didn't gain money, they lost money. These third-party publishers, they want to get more money. What are they going to do? They're going to sell it across on all 3 platforms. What do you think PlayStation, what do you think Xbox is doing? Xbox is trying to sell these games across all platforms to get more money, and they're making more money. We seen Capcom doing it, Shift Up saying their next sequel game is going to be multi-plat because they want to make more money. Hello, like what are we doing here? How are we going to go from this being bad, but the bigger picture is they're selling it across on all 3 platforms? And again, we can do math right now a little bit, right? Just a little bit of math, right? Ain't that hard. So let's take 140K. So we're just going to put it like this. Let me go put this on top right here. Okay, so if this is 140K, right? So we're gonna put 140. So there it is. That's 140K. That's the estimate number, right? We're just gonna take this number, right? And let's take another number that we already know. So we'll take Starfield, for example, right? On PC. So this is strictly on PC, nowhere else. So the all-time peak for this is 330 and 700 and something, right? So we can add this up, but we'll just round it up. Since this is about, we go from 7, so we'll put 331. Let's just put that. Or better yet, you know what? We'll just do, yeah, we just added with that shit, so fuck it. We'll just add the whole number with it. So let's just say we'll just take this number and we'll add it on to there. So let's do that. So we're adding it, and we're going to add 330, and then we're going to put 723, and that's the all-time peak, right? Equals, so there's a number right there. And this is without Xbox. This is without Xbox Game Pass and without the Xbox numbers. We don't know. That number can be the same as PlayStation, or could be even more than what PlayStation numbers, like again, estimate, like what we see here. So this could be more or less for Xbox, right? More or less, right? But let's just look at just those 2 numbers by itself. If we're looking at this right here, and this is our total right there, that's literally almost like 500,000, almost 500,000. But again, they're making money because again, there's other things too. Remember the premium edition, the DLC, right? Terramata costs $10, Shattered Space costs 30, right? So there's that, to also the content and also the creation store, right? So they're making fucking money. But if we know this number right here, if we round it up, we could say it's about 500 more or less, right? That's without Xbox. So if we just clear this out, right? Boom. Well, let's just say 500. So it's about 500,000, like 500,000. So basically almost a million, right? But let's just say we times it by let's say what? The game, right? The game costed $70. Let's just say like $70, right? So 500 times it by $70. They're bringing home at least 35 million. And that's without the Xbox numbers. Now, if we had the Xbox numbers, this number would have been even higher. So they're making bank, tell you that much. And then the Terramata, right? $10. If you brought the base game, you paying for another $10. That could be another one. The $7 one for the Tracker Alliance one, that's another $7 times it by that. They're making money. And you might sit there and say, well, that's kind of low, that's kind of bad, you know, whatever. But again, remember, this is Starfield. They still got many other franchises underneath their belt that they're making money, right? Still got many other franchises. Like, again, they still got Fallout right here with the current compete numbers of this. They got Starfield with this number. They got Starfield with Skyrim. That, but this is the OG Skyrim. And then, you know, Special Edition has this many numbers, this many players, right? Like, again, the reason why I'm just showing all those three is because they're making money regardless. Like, they're making money off of Starfield and the creations. They're making money off of Fallout with their creations and stuff like that. And they're still making money on Skyrim Special Edition. They're making money off of that too with their creations. So the Creation Club, where you want to buy this, you want to buy that or whatever, they're making money. They're making money. Mods are still being made on there. So they're pulling in numbers. They're pulling in money. And remember, the last interview that Todd Howard did was a Game Pass hour beast. So you can imagine that even the number that we had right here, even for this number right here, you know, right, for 500, you know, 500,000, that could be a lot more. That could be, maybe it might be up there to maybe like 800, maybe 800 at most. I wouldn't be surprised. So like almost like $1 million. But they're generating revenue. They're making money. Like, they are constantly making fucking money, right? Let's not forget the Fallout 76, right? Online one. Then you got the Elder Scrolls Online. That's making money too. And then what? They dropped the remaster Elder Scrolls Oblivion Remastered, right? They dropped that made a shit ton of money across on all platforms and stuff. So they're making some money. They're making some serious bank. So for this right here, this is perfectly fine. For this number right here, this is perfectly fine. This is nothing to be worried about. Be like, oh my god, they're failing. Like, oh no. Like, bro, like, we just added up and it's like close to like damn near half of that. And then we're not even adding on Xbox on top of it. That could be even more. That could even be more, which is crazy. So again, to me personally, Starfield is doing just fine. But you know what the crazy part is? Like, when people like go on the Steam DB, they always be like, oh, you know, Starfield's a failure. I mean, look at this, it fails and stuff. I'm like, look, let's put this in order. The all-time peak for this one, this is number one. This is Fallout 4. That's more popular. I'm not a Fallout fan. I already stated this. Like, I can play the game, whatever, and I can move on. I don't make a bunch of hate videos on it and shit like that. I don't need to. I just play it, you know, I have my little fun, and then I get off and I play something else. Fallout is not a big deal for me. I'm not a huge fan of it. I'm more of a Starfield and Elder Scrolls fans than a Fallout 4 fan. But I can still enjoy Fallout when it does come out. If there's a Fallout 5, yeah, could I play the game and do this and do that? Sure, I will. It's not a big deal for me, but I'm not like a crazy super fan about it. I'm just like, yeah, I'll play it. And, you know, once I'm done or I get bored of it, I uninstall it and I move on. That's what I do. But again, Fallout 4 has more complete numbers. Okay. And then you got Starfield, which is in second place, which is 330. And then this one right here is in third place, Skyrim. This is the OG Skyrim. See, people have been trying to use this right here as an argument because of the concurrent like peak numbers, but what they're not really talking about is the all-time peak, because the all-time peak is not the same as the original one right here. And you can see there's a gap between this number and this one. This is the first OG one. This is a re-release of Skyrim Special Edition. It's the same game as the OG, it's just re-release. But it's like, oh, but the player count is going up and stuff like that. Yeah, because they're probably playing it with mods and stuff like that. They're not necessarily playing this game like the vanilla way, because the OG has already had the vanilla way. And we can see the all-time peak was up to here and it went down to here. And we still got players still playing the game. Even though Skyrim Special Edition is right here, you still got people still playing this right here, surprisingly. 2,000 peak, 1,881. People are still playing the OG Skyrim. Still playing the OG. Still playing it. It's no different from right here, right? You know, like again, we're seeing, you know, all-time peak is right up here, falling down to like 11, and then went down to 7 to 6 to 5. Typical, pretty normal. It is what it is. We've seen it with the OG Skyrim. It fell off to down here, but Skyrim is not a bad game. It's just players felt, you know, whatever, and that's fine. And some people moved on to Special Edition, right? But you don't see the all-time peak being like, hey, it's 100 and, you know, 200, 300,000, you know, all-time peak. It is not. That's just the same people from this pile still playing this game. It's the same 30,000 people still playing it. Same thing for Fallout. You know, the same, this all-time peak right here will never come back. You know, you might get a spike up to here, but you're not going to see it ever come back up or even do greater. It's still going to be the same 20 to 18,000 people still playing Fallout 4. That's normal. That's perfectly fine. Nothing wrong about that. But yeah, see, when you start to use the real numbers, like this one right here is the all-time peak, which is crazy. So basically, if we looked at that, basically Fallout 4 is number 1. Starfield is sitting at number 2, second place. And Skyrim, the OG one, is sitting in 3rd. And last but not least, Skyrim Special Edition is sitting at between 4th place or even last. Because probably, like, again, we don't count, you know, the other Bethesda games in the franchises. But the way how I'm putting it, this is like for last, so there you have it. It's interesting to see these type of stuff, but again, it's not really bad. And like, again, they're making fucking money. You know, all of these like Xbox title games, they're making some type of money. South of Midnight budget is probably not even that high. So for them to make money off of PC and whatever, let's say PC, Xbox, Game Pass, and now they're making money off of PlayStation, off of 4. I wouldn't be surprised if they put it towards, I think on Nintendo Switch, they might port it over there if they can, and that'll be like 5 places they're making fucking money. They're putting it all across 5 places. They're making money, getting players. You know, Age of Empire 4 is not a bad game, but it's only like 52. Of course, that's more like PC game. You know, Avowed, surprisingly, oh, I thought this game was dead. This game is done. But hey, 54K people still bought the game and still buying it and playing it. Still buying it. And Starfield, 140K, good. Outer Worlds 2, 160K, good. Flight Simulator 2024, 245K, good. And Ninja Gaiden 4, good. And you know, Forza Horizon 5, that did excellent. And then Forza Horizon 6 going to drop, that's going to do even more numbers, right? Doom the Dark Ages did good. Like this, like again, they're making fucking money. They're selling money across on all 3 platforms just by themselves. Why not? You don't see third party complaining like Capcom is complaining like, oh my god, we put our game only on all 3 platforms and we're losing money because PlayStation players didn't buy enough copies of the game. They don't give a fuck about that. Capcom don't fucking care. All they care about is, did we make money across on all 3 platforms? Yes. Where did we make money the most? On PC. Okay. And they made money here on Xbox and on PlayStation. And guess what? They're still going to continue putting games across on all platforms. You think they're crying about that shit? No, they want more money. Think Xbox is going to cry about it? No. I tell you one thing, PlayStation want money too. They want to sell their games across on all platforms and try to make money. Who wouldn't? It's silly. So moving on, going into the Xbox news wire right here, which is they did it. Well, Matt Booty did a talk show and talk about game studios and more. There's a podcast on it where I'm not going over it, but I'm just letting you know. I heard it, you know, I was hearing and listening to it, and he was talking about some really interesting stuff, you know, Project Helix stuff. He was talking about some games, some other studios and stuff, which is really good. It's cool, you know. So again, Xbox, you know, if you want to listen to it, you can go on, you know, you can go on YouTube and watch it yourself. It's a pretty good listen. It's not that long. I think it's like 40 minutes to an hour, 40 minutes to an hour, but it's pretty good to listen if you want to get some insight on what's going on and stuff, like the games, the showcase, right? We're going to have a showcase coming up in June. That's been announced, right? So June 7th, which I will be there, and I will be doing a live stream. I'm going to make sure I'm going to fix my stream before we go there for that. So I'm going to be doing some other stuff. So it's in the works. I'm working on it. Give me time, give me some patience for that. And moving on from there, Xbox is reportedly considering to return of exclusive games. They are very big discussion internally, insider says. So exclusive might be coming back. Personally, for me, I think they should just keep going to the root of just keep dropping these games across on all platforms, bro. Make that fucking money, man. Because you don't hear Capcom crying about, oh, PlayStation didn't do enough numbers for us, or Xbox didn't do enough numbers for us. They don't give a fuck. They're just gonna still keep producing games and still putting across on all platforms and selling it. Sell your games. Sell it while you can, especially in this economy right now that we're living in. Shit is getting more expensive, right? Video game prices has jumping up. We've seen console prices has jumped up. We've seen fucking PS5 Pro being $900 fucking dollars. $900? Get the fuck out of here. It's not even worth it. That is a scam. For real. That is a scam. For $900. And then people are like, you know, on Discord, there's like, hey yo man, look at this old game, Cyberpunk 2077 ray tracing on the PS5 Pro. Looks so amazing. Look, old technology that you finally caught up in 2026. That should have been there at launch since 2020, and it hasn't been. Okay, that's what I'm saying. It's just like, bro, nobody gives a fuck about this shit. You know, whoopie-doo, we're on new technology now on PC. We're already ahead. Like, what the fuck? Like, Jesus Christ. Like, you know what I'll be more worried about? PlayStation and their first party studios. Stop shutting down studios and start producing games. How about that? It's ridiculous. Like, come on now. Again, you know where my stance is about exclusive. Like, again, personally, I think like Xbox should just keep putting out games across on every platform. Make that fucking money. We've seen Shift Up doing it. We've seen Square Enix is doing it, especially Square Enix. Square Enix said, we're not doing no PlayStation first party deal ever again. We're done with that. We're putting our games across on all platforms, and that is Square Enix. That's a big company, not a small one. That's a big established fucking company and a franchise that they have. And they're saying, nah, we're not doing it. We're not doing it. No, we're not taking the Sony PlayStation deal. No, because we're losing and we're not making money. And then we got all these other games starting to come out now. Bro, there's like crazy competition out here. A lot of people are saying, oh, there's no competition out. There's shit ton of competition out here. There is a shit ton. So if they're talking about it, I will most likely believe it might be time exclusive. Most likely, I will say that. I'm like, again, who knows? Maybe they might say Gears of War E-Day may not go over there, and they might say, we can still bring Gears of War. We'll just remake Gears of War 2 and we'll put it on the PS5, on the PlayStation 5, and whatever the next PS6, we'll do that. And they're probably going to do that for Halo, but I don't think they're new. Maybe they're new titles, like a new Halo game and their new Gears of War game, maybe it might be stayed exclusively on Xbox and PC at most. But again, the terms of exclusive is stupid now, because they're still gonna put it on PC anyway. So what exclusive are we really fucking talking about here? And I'm pretty sure even PlayStation is planning on doing that too. They're like, yeah, we're gonna make our games exclusive too, but we're still gonna put games over there on PC, no matter if it's like third party, second party deal, their first party studio titles, or their free to play games, or their live service game. They're still gonna put it on PC because they need to make money. Okay, if you want money, hey, you're gonna have to put it where the gamers are at, because they don't care about your little console. Okay, you're like, again, they don't care. Like, again, I personally do not care. I think I already showed enough that even on my Steam account, I don't care about PlayStation games. I do not care. No, I haven't brought none of them, so I do not care. So it's not enough for me to be like, yeah, I should run out there and get a PS5 Pro. No, like the only way that will ever happen is that PlayStation has to show that we got studios, we're making AAA games, AA games, and the key word is we're making games that gamers want to play, not shit that these CEOs want you to play. What I want to fucking play. I want to play a first-person shooter game. If PlayStation doesn't have that, why would I give a fuck about PlayStation in the first place? They don't got no RPG games. They don't got no open world racing games. What the fuck? It's like, come on. So for me, I think this will be a dumbass decision. If they're gonna say everything is gonna be exclusive, is bad. Just let them keep doing what they're supposed to do. Sell that shit across on all platforms. They probably, most likely, I'm thinking they're just gonna make their new titles, their new entry titles, time exclusive or exclusive to Xbox and PC. But any of like their remakes or their remaking games again, like Halo Combat Evolve and Gears of War Reloaded, they're gonna probably do Gears of War Reloaded 2. They're gonna do Halo Combat whatever Evolve 2, whatever, Halo 2. They're gonna drop that over there on PlayStation, do that, remake that game, put it over there, sell, make copies of it. I think that's what they're going to do, most likely. And also, we did hear a little bit of somewhat of a rumor or a speculation here. I don't know if it's true, but I think they came out, and the Fable team and Playground Games team came out and said, no, we're still targeting 2026. But as Fable is rumored to be delayed, too much into the social media change. So yeah, so a lot of people were saying like this game could be pushed back to 2027. To me personally, I wouldn't be surprised if it was pushed back to 2027, given the fact that GTA is literally right a couple of months away from the launch and stuff like that, and people are eagerly waiting and seeing what's going on. We're still waiting for trailer 3. I don't think we're not going to get it this month in April. There's no way. I think we might get it for maybe next month, because like I said, in my speculation on that is that next month is the original, before it got delayed again till November, but the original release date was on May 6th, 2026. That was, and I think it was on the 26th of May. So yeah, it's a lot of 6 and 2s involved. So yeah, so we're in April, next month is going to be May, so we might hear something in May. Wait, April, May, June. Yeah, no, it's on the 6th. Yeah, so yeah, May 6th, 2026. So yeah, so we might hear something from there. So if anything, I don't know. But that was the original release date before it got delayed again towards November. So we'll see something that. But again, GTA is like literally a couple of months away. We're still waiting for trailer 3, more information about the game and stuff like that. So we gotta just sit tight and wait patiently. So there you have it. So, but yeah, Fable came out. I think on Twitter or X or whatever, they said that yeah, no, it's not going to get delayed. We're still targeting in 2026. We'll see you then. So I think they're pretty much right on track for a 2026 release. But what release? We don't got an official confirmation, but we know it's in autumn and fall. We're probably going to hear more about it in the June showcase, for the Xbox June showcase. So we'll hear more about that on the 7th. So we'll wait then and we'll hear more about that. But other than that, I mean, hearing about, you know, exclusive might returning. They also, I heard that they might be considering cutting prices for Game Pass, or finding a new flexible alternative for Game Pass, because even in the memo it's like, hey man, Game Pass is too damn high, what the fuck is this? And I'm like, yeah, it is. If they just take out Call of Duty, make the price lower, that'd be great. Just take out Call of Duty. Hell, you could take out Call of Duty and Fortnite, take both of those out. I'm perfectly fine with that. Lower down the prices. So yeah, they raised the prices on the console, they was raising prices on the Xbox. We've seen PlayStation doing it. I wouldn't be surprised Nintendo's going to be up next doing it too. So yeah, so there's some really interesting stuff going on at Xbox. So we're gonna have to find out more information maybe in the month of June when that comes up. We might get some more concrete. Even we might get more information about Project Helix with the next gen consoles. So there's a lot of crazy stuff going on with Xbox right now. So PlayStation, I'm not sure they're gonna do another state of play. Rumors suggesting, well, like again, what I'm about to say is take it with a grain of salt, but I heard that they might do PlayStation might do a showcase next month or something like that. I don't know. At that point, I kind of doubt it. I think PlayStation gonna keep their cards closer to the chest on that one. So I don't know. It's interesting to see what's going on and what's going to happen next. But finally, let's get down to our last two right here, man. We got new games, man. Yo, I'm telling you, like I said before, man, these single player games are just taking over right now. People are just done with the whole live service garbage slop crap. They're just, I think, like again, we're seeing gamers like switching gears to like, you know what, I think I need to play more single player games, or games that's gonna last me a long time. If I'm gonna pay for $70, $80 worth of games, I need something that's gonna be fun, enjoyable, something that I can relax and play and enjoy. Luckily for mouse, it's only like $30 for the mouse IP. This game right here is a great pickup. I'm definitely gonna be picking this up later on today. I'm gonna be picking up this, and also I'm gonna be picking up for Pragmata as well. And you know how I do personally, right? You know, like again, going towards Green Man Gaming, bro. Woo-hoo! Oh shit, it's out of stock. Oh my god. No. They had it on a discount for Pragmata, but it's, oh no. They had it too. Yep, it's out of stock, man. And look at that shit for like $50, man. Yo, they got it fast. God damn, bro. Dude, they got the digital deluxe. Oh, okay, so the digital deluxe is only like 50 something dollars, 49. That was pretty good, like $50 to get it. I might have to get the digital deluxe then, you know, fuck it. You know, it's only like $57, but I could deal with that. Might have to do that. Or I might have to find another site for this, but damn, bro, that's pretty good. But yeah, see, you know how I do on PC, man. We get them games for cheap, right? We don't have to pay for like full price like this right here. I get it for cheap. So yeah, we got Mouse for Hire. Pragmata is here. This is like $30, which is pretty incredible. And then it's like $40 if you want the deluxe edition right there. That's not bad at all. And for a game like this, this is a good game for handheld. So definitely for Mouse for Hire, I'm gonna definitely play it on my handheld. This is gonna be great for that. It's gonna, oh, I cannot wait. And then Pragmata drop, and that's like overwhelmingly positive. Both of these games are overwhelmingly positive. So if you want to check out some games this month, like some new games, Pragmata is going to be on your list, or you can get that mouse one. It definitely should be on your list. Both of these games are really, really good, and they're very fantastic, and they got overwhelmingly positive reviews. This is some good stuff. Very, very good stuff. Good day to game. Yes. Oh, I can't wait. I cannot wait, man. I cannot wait to play this mouse for IP. And Pragmata, I'm pretty much full, man. I'm full, man. I got too much games, man. I got too much games to play, man. I'm still playing Starfield. Gonna be switching gears and playing more Stalker 2 now. Jumping back into that world because they're gonna have DLC for that. And yeah, it's Starfield. Bro, this is just like too much gaming out here. Too much, man, and so little time. It's just not fair. It's just not fair. I might have to wait. Maybe I might have to hold off Pragmata for winter. I'm not sure. I don't know. I might even hold this off for maybe for Christmas, you know, or November, because, you know, Grand Theft Auto is going to be coming out. I don't have a console, so I have to wait for Grand Theft Auto for like 2 years from now. But even so, I got so much games right here to be eating off. I mean, Crimson Desert, I haven't purchased that yet. That's something I could be purchasing in November as well. Like, it's a crazy time to be a gamer, man. I think a lot of people are switching gears. They're playing more single player games, something to get offline a little bit, want to play something and enjoy. It's like a breath of fresh air, man. It's a breath of fresh air. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. So anyway, that's about do it for you guys right here. So again, hopefully you guys do enjoy the video. Make sure you like, share, comment, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I really do appreciate that. And until next time, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.